Ladies and gentlemen, on the program today, we have none other than legendary wrestler, trainer, and as I said at the top of the program, all-around malcontent hustler Rip Rogers, who's got a new life as a Twitter and internet legend because of all the young kids he's trained. And Rip, we can talk about all that today and what's wrong with the wrestling business.
But Jim, first of all, fuck everything in this goddamn fucking world. Here I am trying to make this goddamn motherfucking radio show for you at 7 o'clock, just like you fucking said. So my ass is trying to get here. I'm in this goddamn Indianapolis fucking traffic. Some fucking asshole on this fucking construction takes his goddamn fucking pickup truck, and he's got some fucking carrier on it, and the fucker hits my goddamn fucking Chrysler. So I'm trying to chase some of this fucking down. He won't he's weaving in and out. The fucking trailer's going over the goddamn highway, but I got his fucking license plate number, TK549MGN, a light Ford fucking truck, about mile marker 106 going on Highway 65, goddamn south from 465 to fucking going towards Louisville, 1121 fucking 14. Fuck that motherfucker. He just took off, motherfucking cocksucker. And I hate fucking everybody. And what the fuck was I calling about anyway?
Actually, we called you because it is the airing of the grievances program on the Experience, and so we figured no one better than you to air some grievances. And I was going to ask you if we told the folks that you've got like this new fame from all these young guys over the last 15 or 20 years that you've trained in OVW. 100 and some of them have gone to the WWE, and they got all these Twitter followers, and you tweet out bits of wisdom that it seems like every young wrestler should know, but actually it doesn't come to them. Apparently it's so easy that it's too hard. But you've had a long experience in telling people straight shit, because people don't realize your uncle, you were telling me the other day, your uncle was actually a priest of some description. Was he not?
Well, he's a priest for 50 goddamn years, Father John Shira. But in the 8th grade in Seymour, Indiana, I was wanting to go to Latin school and didn't happen to be a fucking priest. You know, I went to Catholic school at St. Ambrose there in Seymour. So Monday through Friday, I had to go to goddamn Mass, plus Sunday. If you miss one time in your life, you'd go to hell. So I'm going to go a whole lot of time. But anyway, I was going to study to be a priest, and I guess my mom sort of decided I was not going to go to Latin school in Indianapolis, Indiana. So that ended that. Mea culpa, mea maxi, mea culpa.
I can't imagine how the history of pro wrestling would have been different if you had become a priest.
Well,
it would have been.
I never thought of that. I've been fucking Father Rip, you know.
Father Hustler.
Father Rip taking all the young boys under my wing, my boy.
Oh, my boy. Oh, my boy. Okay, well, Rip, tell us and expound on this as much as you want to. What's wrong with young wrestlers these days that are trying to get a job? What should they not be doing, and what should they be doing that they're not doing? Tell us the things that you say on Twitter, which are pithy comments.
Well, first of all, it's not their fault. They're fucking retards brought up with retard wrestling, and that's all they see on goddamn television. So they think 3 clotheslines bump feed is fucking good, whether you got an 8-inch arm or a fucking 98-inch fucking arm. They think every match should be the fucking same. They think every match has the same fucking formula. They're just fucking stupid, but it's not their fault. But all they got to do is turn on goddamn Raw on Monday night, or goddamn fucking SmackDown or TNA, so they can't fucking help it. You know, the bad part about it is I've probably watched less than 2 hours of wrestling since 2005 when I got fired the first goddamn time. I ain't gonna watch no goddamn AAA anytime with a fucking 6-sided ring. That's like a goddamn watching a fucking baseball game with fucking a circle fucking diamond instead of a baseball, you know, changing fucking tradition.
Yes.
But it's not their fucking fault. You got fucking retards leading fucking retards. You're going to get more fucking retards.
It's as seen on TV, right? On the side of the interstate, as seen on TV store. Get your Ronco Popeil pocket fucking Fisher gutter.
And the cap snaffler.
I think I had one of them. I think I got one, you know. got my X-ray specs and my fucking for my comic books and shit like that. My Destroyer mask, Dr. X mask, Handsome Jimmy Valiant fucking fan club member, fucking did it all. I don't know how we got into this. We were talking about fucking wrestling, how fucked up it is now. But I teach everybody at OVW. I said, boys, I'm teaching you a fucking art. Now, I even had, as a fucking rib, not a rib, but I had 2 guys do a 2-hour match and put it on fucking YouTube. Just to fucking show you how simple. Huh?
I remember that.
Yeah, because fuck, in my class, who the fuck can't go an hour? That's a rib, right? So I said, you motherfuckers, you guys are going to go 2 hours. They said, when? And I said, about 10 goddamn minutes. I said, you got any problem with that? And they said, hell no, it's fucking class. I said, you're right, it's goddamn fucking class. Now, I ain't going to give you no fucking script. Don't worry about fucking that. So anyway,
when guys would go to your class, they didn't know what was coming up because that kept them on their toes, and they learned how to have a match if the ring broke, or they learned how to have a match if all of a sudden nobody else was there but them, and they needed to kill time until somebody got there, and that could be an hour. Opening match, closing match, regardless of whatever, you gave them real life situations.
Well, that's like when I used to run the spot shows in OVW. I fucking wouldn't tell guys what the card was because they didn't have phones in, but somehow they'd call, wasn't texting or whatever, but they could get a hold of each other and plan their bullshit out, right? So all of a sudden, I'd send one guy to the ring. They think you're thinking we're somebody else, and I'd send somebody else out. Then I'd tell them to switch goddamn roles. And whatever time I told them to fucking do, I told the ref to change that too. So in other words, pretty soon they just learned to relax and go to the ring and laugh because whoever they thought they was going to wrestle, they wouldn't even know if there's going to be a baby face or a heel. And that's how they goddamn fucking learn, throw them in the goddamn water, learn to fucking swim instead of going, here's your goddamn fucking interview. Here's your fucking script for your match, you stupid motherfucker. Now you're fucking painting the fucking dots of memorization. There ain't no fucking flow. There ain't no feel of the goddamn business. You ain't got a fucking clue. You're walking around with a fucking, with your thumb up your ass because you're so scared to do that. Oh, I have to get my 3 clotheslines bump feet in. Fuck you, motherfuckers. Oh, man.
Well, here's the problem, I guess, and you didn't have this with Cena and Orton and the guys from the original OVW developmental class 15 years ago or whatever, because they looked at it as a challenge if you threw some shit at them. And they developed themselves, and they did a pretty good job of developing their own personalities because that's what we expected of them. We didn't tell them who they were. We asked them to show us who the fuck they were.
Well, it's just goddamn simple. We was teaching in a simple goddamn building and teaching fucking wrestling. We didn't have no goddamn nutritionist and a fucking strength coach and fucking retard trying to jump over ropes to get your vertical jump up and fucking shit. Oh, excuse me, all you strength coaches, I won 2 fucking physique contests. I'm your goddamn fucking guy that's fucking done it, you stupid motherfuckers. And you guys that are fucking teaching goddamn wrestling. Oh, excuse me, I had 2 territories ask me to be the fucking booker. They fucking called me. Fuck you, motherfuckers. And you goddamn fucking stooge ass relative motherfuckers. Somebody's goddamn fucking butt buddy or whatever, afraid to say anything, agreeing with fucking, I ain't fucking corporate, fuck them motherfuckers, I hate those motherfuckers, and they can kiss my motherfucking ass. But when I tell everybody there, I say, I'm going to teach you all this shit, and if you get a goddamn chance, forget it all and do what them stupid motherfuckers tell you.
I feel I only should bring up at this point that you in your career wrestled in every territory in the United States, plus Japan, Canada, Puerto Rico. You not only were a trainer of 100 and some guys that went to the WWE, you also competed in bodybuilding and fitness contests. You've got some bodybuilding trophies. You were a hell of a high school athlete in Southern Indiana. And you at one point or another have been like a 4 or 5, or was it 5 sport fucking star in at simultaneously in athletics. So you know a little bit of whereof you speak with these yahoos
Well,
of which you
and
speak.
I had my first pro boxing fight at age 41, saying, "Oh, go fuck yourself."
That's right. I forgot about the boxing.
Oh God.
But here's, I got to ask you though, Rip, here's the thing. The individuality, and Alice and I have talked about this when viewers have sent in their questions. The individuality that used to determine whether a guy became a star or not can't get past the system now. Guys that like the Dusty Rhodeses and the Dick Murdochs and the guys that were getting into business and fucking doing all that tomfoolery, they would be rousted out of the system now if they were that uncorporate and that misbehaved, and they would never get a chance to become the stars that folks like that used to become because they were cowboys to begin with.
Yeah, they wouldn't even get a look. They wouldn't even get a look. See, it would have been, well, you're not the proper body type. You're not doing your promos as scripted, and in your match, you didn't do the right baby face shine spot. And how dare you have some chain wrestling in there and some failure in the match? What's the matter with you? That's not the formula we use here. Everybody has to be the same, so they're interchangeable, and everybody's the same. Excuse fucking me.
I agree with you. That's the problem, is that the most likely candidates for being wrestling stars, because of the fact that you can tell they're people that can't really be controlled and don't do what they're told, and they're colorful in one respect or another. Those qualities get you pretty much booted or not looked at in the system these days because of the system. What can young guys do these days, do you think? The simple common sense things, if you want to get a job with somebody and you're trying to play a pro wrestler on TV, what can the young guys do to get jobs these days that's within their power?
Well, the first thing they need to do is marry the boss's daughter. If you can't do that, you marry the boss's son. If you can't do that, you try and be a wrestler's son, related to somebody, or went to school with somebody, or be from a reality television show, or be an ex-NFL guy or college football player that got cut or wasn't good enough to make it into his true fucking passion. So he's going to he can be a wrestler because that's what they're doing now. But I would tell everybody, you have to look like half-assed Mr. fucking Universe. You have to be shaved tan. You need some real goddamn gear. You can't go out there with fucking flip-flops on unless the boss tells you to, and he's getting a cut of it. But you got to go out there and look like a real fucking pro wrestler. So I sent Eric Locker from OVW went down to Harley's plant, and they shit their pants on him. He come in, shaved, tan, vascular, looking good, and fucking Bob Eaton had him half-assed teaching the class with Tom Pritchard there, and so they went to the ring, and they started doing drills, and he said, fuck, this is just class, you know? So, and everybody else was trying to figure out what the hell was going on with this and that. It was like a rib to him. So,
there's no...
New Japan's supposed to be calling him. They told him, we call you in 19 days. That's what they told him last week. We call you in 19 days. I said, not 18 or 12, but 19 days. I said, well, what's the time? We call you in 19 days. Okay. Oh.
There are no old-fashioned, and I say that in a good way, training programs out there where guys learn how really to get themselves over and how to work to try to find something within yourself instead of being told what to do and told who to be and etc. And think on your feet and adapt to situations. There's not a lot of places out there doing that, as we have done for a long time in OVW. And it shows because the current independent product, it doesn't really matter who's promoting it. Most of the matches look the same because guys are either doing the style or they're attempting to imitate the guys that they've seen doing the style. And
well,
it's one style.
You're right on all that. But hell, when I'm a kid, I'm acting like I'm Willie Mays playing baseball, or I'm Jimmy Brown running the ball in football, or I want to be Oscar Robertson playing basketball. So all I'm doing is copying the shit I see off TV. growing up and wanting to be somebody, and they're doing the same thing. They're doing the same shit they fucking see on TV. The problem is the major leagues of professional wrestling is goddamn double-A fucking baseball put on there, and you think it's goddamn major league. But the only people that know it are old fuckers, and pretty soon they'll be all fucking dead. And pretty soon they'll be going, oh, that was a great match. I said, that was a good match. You don't know what fucking great is, motherfucker. So, anyway,
they see the same product. It's instead of guys watching TV all over the country and imitating the kind of wrestling they saw in their territory, now everybody imitates the same exact kind of fucking wrestling, and it just breeds more of the same, so nothing stands out. So the best thing a guy can do is try to be different and get enough stroke or be enough different that they like it and think they thought of it, so you can continue to do it.
Oh, you're right on all that, but that's the guys that work the European style, like in England and shit, right? Well, fuck, only the old fuckers do that now because, the young guys, no, we do WWE style. That's what we want to do. That's what's on TV, right? You're fucking, as Barnett said, my TV's my star, my boy. My TV sets the pace. So, that motherfucker's dead, but, anyway.
Who's your favorite promoter? You worked for every promoter in the business, and in some cases, I've said this before, the plain spokenness that is now part of your unique charm is what often made your runs in territory short, because you would tell people at that point what the fuck you thought too. But who was your favorite to work for? Who were the classic ones that you could at least have fun with, like a Barnett?
Well, I never really was that way for a while. You know what I mean? When I got out of ICW, Garvin got me booked for Bill Watts, and he said, just have your hair dark, don't get over your slots underneath, don't try and overstep them bounds. And I was almost like timid to do anything so I wouldn't get heat on myself. I wanted to be as boring as possible so I could have a fucking job, because, hell, Watts paid me more underneath than I made on fucking top other places. With no stress, right? All I had to worry about is doing too much. So, I'll have a nice headlock match. Okay. I can get to put that guy over. I don't give a fuck. You want to carry me out? Hell, I worked Magnum TA in Houston. I think it was his first time in, but I put him over with the fucking, his that belly to belly, fucking got up, called him back in, had him beat me again, called him back in. He beat me 3 times. And they fucking had to carry me out of there. And then Watts give me a bonus for it. You know what I mean? I just fucking impromptu. I said, fuck this. I'm just doing it anyway.
Yeah.
He just fucking laughed. I tell you, working for Watts, every time I worked these kids, he double paid me. So I ain't got, And then he let me work dark pay-per-views. He said, you can work security and guard me. So I'd fucking do that and get the same payoff, get the fucking buffet and get a hangout and shit like that. So that was cool.
Well, your matches, especially your TV matches, you always had a knack, because you could go out and get yourself over by losing, because if you were going to do the job, you'd make it such a fiasco, a spectacle of a match in some way or another, that the people would remember, the guy beat you, but also they'd just remember you, whether you won or lost. And you did the same thing on those WCW matches. I don't know if you want to talk about the ones at center stage.
Well, I just go out and bust balls, and everybody hated working with me because they knew I wasn't going to blow up, and I was going to blow them up, and I was going to be the most aggressive motherfucker unless they told me not to. You know what I mean? So I said, you can beat me in fucking 1 minute or 10 minutes. That's up to you, because I don't know what you got planned in the future, and I don't give a rat's ass, because it's phony when I win, it's phony when I fucking lose. And I ain't got no goddamn ego, because it's the phony bullshit fucking business. So I just had my goddamn matches. The guys come back fucking puking, and I come back laughing, and who cares?
But you actually got banned by Turner Broadcasting or by at least Jim Hurd and his minions, because your TV matches were too good when you were putting the other guy over, and especially the one you had with Brian Pillman at center stage, where he ended up hitting you with a crossbody flying clothesline off the balcony, and you got bump after bump and up and down and all the action. People are screaming. And finally, it got to the point where they said, "Fuck, we can't book him anymore because he's getting over the talent that he's putting over on our TV."
Well, I can't help it if they're stupid. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I just go out there and do the best of my ability. If they want to push me, that's their business. If they don't want to, that's their business. Well, that's the way the wrestling business is. If there's only, or it's like Dynasty. If there's only Joan Collins out there, she looks really good. But if she's standing next to a 20-year-old hottie, heaven forbid that. Make her be the only one there. So if the guy's built better than the guy that's supposed to be built, or moves better, or looks better, or gets over more, what do? We keep him off the fucking TV. That's the way it's always been. And once you understand, I said, hey, I can tone my act down, but now I'm fucking boring, and who gives a fuck? And it don't mean nothing.
Well, my response, because you used to come down every once in a while for my Smoky Mountain TVs, because I wasn't paying enough money to get you to come from Indiana on a regular basis. But WCW could. And my opinion at the time was, why don't we do something with him and see if that might work? But they didn't like that.
No, well, if it ain't their fucking idea. Well, I remember I come in and work for Smoky Mountain, but I was supposed to be working for WCW that week. And I told them I was going to work Smoky Mountain. And it was less fucking money. Because I didn't get in this for the goddamn money. I got it into it to learn different fucking styles and meet, how I'm going to learn something from everybody, whether what to do or what not to fucking do, and could go out there. I remember I had a real good match with Paul Orndorff first time, and I never even touched a guy in the ring before. Just fucking called on the goddamn fly, and it was just fucking unbelievable. But I wanted to go there. Hell, I just wanted to get all my shit on fucking get it on tape, right? For when I'm fucking 60 and crippled like I am now.
Hey, when you first got into business, you spent a long time around the Pavo family, because that's really where you got started pretty well, and you ended up promoting towns and working and et cetera, et cetera. Talk about Randy, Lanny, and Angelo, all three as people.
Well, business-wise, I pretty much learned everything from them, pretty much. You know what I mean? That's like Miser said, he asked this guy if he could do this and this match, and the guy hesitated. He said, okay, all right, thank you. You can leave. We'll get somebody else that will. Never get stonewalled by anybody. Do as you're fucking told. Shut the fuck up and do as you're goddamn told. I learned that right a fucking way. Pretty fucking simple. It ain't no big deal to get your ass up at 5 a.m. in the morning and drive 400 miles one way. So what? Then you got to goddamn drive back. It's up to you to eat right. It's up to you to get your fucking workouts in. Do what the fucking boss asks. Don't fucking question anything. You don't know what's going to happen next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They don't, and it ain't their job to tell you. If I'm going to do a job for you, I'm going to say, Jimmy, what's your fucking finish hold? Okay. You just want to register? You want fucking heat? You want a main event match? What do you want? I don't give a rat's ass. Just tell me fucking what you want. I remember one time I had a match with fucking Cactus Jack. Fucker was ungoddamn believable. We had 11-minute segment. I won't even mention who was coming back yelling and screaming at me, and he was the one that told me to go 11 minutes, right? But I guess he was getting ready for some pay-per-view match. I said, wait a minute. If you want me to lose in 30 seconds, I don't give a rat's ass. 5 minutes, not a rat's ass. If I go out there and fucking dick rag, I'm going to turn goddamn babyface and turn Cactus goddamn Jack fucking heel, because now, fuck, you know the fucking deal. And I just fucking shake my head goddamn laugh. But I don't give a fuck. So it's just like, did you remember that match I had with Luger one time? I hit
yes.
Okay, I'm working with fucking Holy, and I hadn't been in the States in 2 goddamn years or whatever, and I walked in and Holy said, can you work with him? I said, sure. It's finished the rack, right? And he said, can you get about 6? And Luger goes, I don't think I should have to pull 6 minutes with him, Holy said, Holy rolled his eyes. He said, do what you want, okay? I said, don't worry, I'll get the finish in. He said, I'm not going to watch this. I'm going to go out in the hallway. I said, you ought to watch it, but it'll be good. But anyway, I'm the motherfucking guy that when I'm working in Tampa for goddamn Wahoo. Fucking Luger just got fucking fired from the USFL. Comes into Rick Poach's gym, humbly asks me how he can get in the goddamn wrestling business. I tell him go down to see Hiro Matsuda at the Tampa fucking office there, right? Now all of a sudden he's got a gift of fucking wrestling, and I'm sitting there fucking shaking my head. But anyway, in the meantime, he got his fucking rack in, but the fucking the shit hit the fan in the ring that fucking day.
But describe the match. Describe the match.
He hit the fucking ring, and I did 70-some things in a row to him before he knew what the fuck hit him. He couldn't fucking breathe. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, he made some shitty fucking comeback and put me in the goddamn rack. Anyway, the next time we fucking worked, I said, what do you want to do, Lex? He said, whatever you want. So, anyway.
Your cardio was always probably a notch above whoever, especially poor Package at the time, who was carrying a lot of weight on him. He had he was big boned though.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Well, I was a fucking I was a little bit nutty in my workouts, but what the fuck, right? Who cares? Then you goddamn die. You know, if it wasn't taking no gas, I guess I had to be fucking something else. I'll be caffeined up.
You spent a lot of time. You've wrestled overseas. You wrestled in Puerto Rico, and a lot of. I can't believe with your disposition, to be quite honest with you, that you've survived some foreign countries you've wrestled in. What were some of the worst ones?
Well, in Durban, South Africa, we had the riot 3 Saturdays in a goddamn row. Motherfucking fucking Packy Indian motherfuckers. I'm working Tiger, and I got to figure Tiger Jeet Singh out. Because first I hit him and he rolls the floor. I hit him and he rolls the floor, and the goddamn Indian starts throwing the fucking chairs in the ring. Fuck. So then I hit him and he goes to the floor, so I follow the motherfucker up. Then they start fucking hit me with them fucking cane things I got or whatever. Fuck. And he's just fucking laughing. Motherfucker. When we was in the hotel, the goddamn promoters weren't even goddamn smart. So me and him work having a goddamn fight. And this goddamn promoter, Ray Harry fucking Facade with the broken fucking nose, he's got this fucking gun and he's fucking shaking it at me. I said, holy fuck. Then we have a goddamn riot in Stanger, South Africa, and fucking Big Mike Doggendorf there from fucking Louisville. And he's walking. I said, dog, get away from the window. They got fucking guns and shit. I said, fuck, dog. What a place to fucking die. Fucking Stanger, fucking South Africa. Motherfucker.
After that, it seems like maybe someplace like Puerto Rico would have been just an island vacation.
Well, I closed 2 TVs in Puerto Rico down 2 weeks in a row. The motherfuckers are throwing hedge apples at me, and then they hit me with the fucking. It's like we worked the fucking stadium thing, and they'd throw rocks, fucking batteries and shit as you come out. And I pity the poor people that are trying to fucking help you and protect you and everything. But I'd come out and I'd piss and shit in a goddamn beer cup. So when I'd come out of the baseball thing, I had my hair reverse blow dried, so I'd be wild looking. I'd throw that thing so all them motherfuckers would fucking scatter, and they'd get piss and shit all over them. And then on the way back, then all the guys had to. So all the guys that get paid $25 with the green things, and they had the fucking Savio Vega started out one of them protector guys protecting the rest. Then they had some women that looked like men. They had facial hair and whatever. But they would be protecting you too, and they were getting the shit thrown at them and everything. So, but it was I went up in the fucking stands chasing guys. It was, well, fuck, you had to make a little impression. They'd fucking, you know the deal. Fuck.
I'm not completely sure that even I ever threw piss and shit at anybody. But
I'd like to think you'd remember that, Jim, if you did.
Well, those are the kind of things you do in these challenging environments.
Oh, here's a good ribbon. You'll enjoy this. I was sort of fucking known as fucking a little bit over the fucking top. But I never talked to anybody when I wasn't out of character. And I was in character 24/7.
I don't think I've ever talked to you where you weren't in character.
So Big Sid was fucking picking on somebody, just ribbing him. So I said, come here, you big fat motherfucker. And he was sort of scared of me. So I remember those protein bars when they first come out. I can't remember the fucking name of them. but they look like Tootsie Rolls.
Oh,
So
yes.
You could smash them in your hand where it looked like a fucking turd. So I fucking had one in my hand. I fucking palmed it, acted like I shit my fucking hand, and was going chasing Sid down the fucking. Acted like I was. That motherfucker ran out of the goddamn. He's fucking crazy. That motherfucker. Whatever. Blah blah blah. So I thought you'd like that one.
But did it disturb you that somebody would that easily believe that you just taken a shit in your hand and you were chasing him around with a real turd? They believe that up so readily.
Yeah, I mean, because you just look at a fucking character or whatever, right? That's like, I'm in the goddamn Maritimes, so I walk in the fucking toilet in Bridgewater and had them little peanut butter things, and I put it on the goddamn toilet like it's fucking shit. So Bulldog Brown, he walks in. I said, Bob, look at this fucking place. So I took that motherfucker, took that peanut butter, put it in my fucking mouth, and I acted like I fucking puked. And all of a sudden, he runs around. He's going, like Bobby Eaton, going, I said, Bob, you fucking mark peanut butter. There's a fucking, it's crunchy too. God damn, you fucking mark. And he kept fucking puking. He goes, you're sick. You're sick. You're sick. I said, I'll fucking get with it, you geek.
Oh, and Bulldog Bob Brown with that, he's shaped like a potato with arms and legs. He has no neck and that head that comes to a point like Juggernaut in the X-Men comics. And when he would laugh, he couldn't turn his head really. He was just kind of in there.
But I rode with him every day in the fucking Maritimes because he had in the Cadillac and he had the fucking white sheets in it. So of course he had the white sheets in, so I had to bring girls in there and so I'd always leave spots all over his white thing just to fucking do it. The Bulldog.
Hey, what was it that tell us some West Virginia stories, because you've got to have a great story from West Virginia because you spent so much time working for the ICW and the Pafos. They were all over Eastern Kentucky and West Virginia.
Well, I remember we used to work every Monday at Marlowe's Country Palace in Pikeville, Kentucky. Now, Marlowe just died about 4 months ago from cancer or whatever. But he had his own nightclub there. Then he had another nightclub on the other side of town. So sometimes we even worked. It was Marlowe's Country Palace and Marlowe's other place. So we worked 2 times that week.
That was the name of the second place, the other place.
Yeah. Oh, well, we had Ernie Couch's place. Ernie built his own barn that seated 500 people for ICW wrestling. The first show in there was on Super Bowl Sunday. They were lined around the building, and they turned 300 goddamn people away. Unfucking believable. And we advertised on TV
was that in Manchester?
Manchester, yeah. Right down the street from goddamn Hazard, you know.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, in the 1970s, a guy named Ernie could just build a barn that seated 500 people and have wrestling shows and sell out. So what? and now we're in this, yeah.
Uh-huh. So anyway, we advertised it on TV. It was Ernie Couch's place, right?
Yeah.
Ernie Couch's place. Everybody knew where it was. Pretty soon, they eventually made it the Ernie Couch's Entertainment Center. And he put a couple pinball machines in there. And he also had raffles and shit in there and auctions. So not only did he have fucking, it became the biggest fucking hot spot in goddamn Manchester. Fucking Ernie Couch's place. And Ernie come to the goddamn ring one time with a fucking gun shaking it. He thought it was fucking real, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing. The guy who built the building that the building was named after that was promoting the show there in his building actually hit the ring with a gun because he was hot at a finish, right?
Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, so I just shook my goddamn head.
Well, what else can you do when the marked promoter hits the ring with a gun?
Well,
just shake your head.
We used to have fun there because we ran it every Sunday night after a while, and it did good for a long fucking time. And we had a Canadian lumberjack match, strap match with the fans. It was Bob. It was against Ronnie Garvin was the baby face, and Bob Orton Jr. was the fucking heel.
Oh my God!
But fucking so Garvey would always go out, and nobody would hit him, right? And then when Orton went out, they were all scared to hit Orton, and Orton took the fucking belt and started whipping them. And all them fucking hillbillies was just scared shitless. So it was good for the business. So what the fuck?
Oh my God. I can see that too. I've seen it happen. Either that or they get too frisky. Yeah, and then you open yourself up for a lawsuit when the guy retaliates, the wrestler that's getting whacked by the fan with the belt.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this story. You'll sort of like this one. I don't know. It might be too heavy for podcast. I don't fucking know. But anyway.
We've come this far.
Okay. Well, I'm in goddamn South Africa, and the fucking promoter, I told you one was a Jeep, Ray Hariprasad, and the other guy was a Jeep Mahara, and he was some rich businessman, nice guy, and had the hot black fucking secretary. Of course, I was after her, and he said, "Do not try and fuck her. She will not fuck me." So anyway, the deal was he provided me with a 5-star hotel with a hooker every night, you know. So
well, what more can you ask for?
No. So this other guy, which I
how about a 3-star hotel and 2 hookers?
So this other guy, which I won't goddamn mention, he just got married, and so I said, well, so he's having one of the girls too. So in the meantime, he's caught home, but unbeknownst to him, his newlywed wife was going to her mother's house instead, but she was never home then. So I said, dog, she's doing the same thing you're fucking doing. So anyway, to make a long story short, when he got off the fucking plane, he shattered her face. So,
oh, Jesus Christ.
Off the fucking rib, so, you know.
But you disavowed any knowledge of anything that was going on behind the scenes at that point, and absolved yourself of any responsibility for her face being shattered.
Yeah. Oh, but this is like December 1986, I think it was. And anyway, so
you're saying the statute of limitations has run out by now?
No, I'm saying here on they had apartheid in South Africa, right? So they got this hot black girl who's a goddamn maid. Her name was Tia. So I'm wanting to fucking I'm wanting to do something else. And then she says, I want to, but we better not. I said, fuck, why not? She goes, they will stone me. I said, what? They will stone me for being with a white man. I said, oh, fuck, Tia. I want to fuck you, but not enough to have to get killed. So fuck that. I give myself a wife, you know. Fuck.
Well,
holy shit.
And people think that you have no standards and no morals, but you will not fuck a woman if it means that she may possibly be killed for it. And I think that's commitment.
Yeah, you know, it would have been a slow death. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it couldn't even be quick. You could probably reconcile if she was hot enough and it would be quick, right? But you couldn't allow it to be slow.
Well, me and Bill Cosby, what the fuck, right?
Okay, let me ask you a question, because a lot of people have told this story, but I don't know whether it's true or not, or whether it's just something that people have made up or whatever. I'll let you tell it in your own words, but it involves someplace you were working some time back when somebody came in and tried to rob the place.
Oh, and the guy put a fucking gun to my head.
Yes.
Oh, I said,
give any of it away.
You know, put me out of my goddamn fucking misery, please, motherfucker. Anyway, to make a long story short, he turned around. He was some white redneck fucking crackhead with a fucking mask on. He fucking turned around, ran off, knocked himself fucking silly. Then he got out the fucking door, and they ended up catching him later. And then they wanted to fucking transport me back to fucking where it was at to try and prosecute him. Right? I said, "Fuck! I didn't see him. The son of a bitch had a goddamn mask on." So what the fuck do I know? But he could have put me out of my goddamn misery right there, and then did another one like the fucking dove.
Well, that's the thing that a lot of people have wondered is when somebody comes into a store late at night and puts a gun to your head and says your money or your life, is it a normal reaction to antagonize them by saying, go ahead, motherfucker, shoot me, put me out of my misery, I fucking dare you? But it works.
Yeah, well, I remember, when that happened, I remember that the guy did that to fucking Bruiser. I remember Bruiser said, pull it. And the guy, it shocked him. Pull it. And the guy just fucking walked away. And I just always remembered that. Now, about 3 minutes later, I started shaking and started shitting my pants, it hits you then, right? But at the fucking time, I'm still in everything's a working mode. I'm still in character. It's like a goddamn, it's like an angle of fucking promo, right? If somebody would have got fucking shot and their fucking was gassed and everything, I'm waiting for them to, all right, we're off camera now, you can get up, So, fuck, this is all you've fucking done for so goddamn long, you sort of desensitized everything was fucking real, But what the fuck?
Hey, your Twitter, you're on Twitter and we talked about it, and the Twitter, is it at Hustler2754?
I don't know, Hustler2754, I think that's it.
Yes,
Fuck,
at
there's something on there. I don't even know how the sumbitch got on there, but you can't retweet me now, and you can't say, I don't know what the fuck.
Why not?
I don't know.
Everybody in the business was retweeting you there for a while. What's happened?
I actually know the answer to that question.
Alice is our technical whiz. What's happened, Alice?
What happened is he must have set his account to private, and what you can do is go into your account settings and privacy settings and turn it back on. Then people can retweet you, and then people can actually see your tweets. Because now, if somebody wants to follow you, they have to get your permission.
Yeah, and then I'll push the button for yes, and it just keeps fucking coming back and shit.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. If you go into the settings, you can fix it. I promise.
Well, that's what everybody fucking tells me, and it says, what's your username? I don't know. What's your fucking password? I don't fucking know.
Here's what we'll do. I will tweet some pictures to you that will be pictures of how you do the change, and that should help.
Yes, because we have to get Hustler2754 up and running on Twitter again so that you can share more of your wisdom.
Well, it's running, but only, I guess, so many fucking, the same goddamn knuckleheads see the same old fucking shit. Because my act fucking runs fucking, it's the same old shit from fucking 1954 on now till I fucking croak the same old shit. But I don't know how that got.
It never comes out in exactly the same way, though.
And sometimes the same old shit is new shit to somebody else.
Because if you haven't seen it, it's new to you.
Exactly.
There's always new wrestling fans, and there's always new young people and new old people, and that's what we goddamn cater to, even though we're goddamn fucking PG. So,
hey,
that's the way to wrestle.
Before we wind up the program, is there a new class coming up, or how, if people want to train at OVW and be abused and sodomized with a rusty fishing knife by the legendary hustler Rip Rogers, how do they apply?
Oh, it's fucking harder than fuck. Show up with money. The most important thing there is fuck. I just got a fucking tweet right here. Oh, I don't have the money for class. Can I stay and fucking watch? Fuck you, motherfucker.
So I would suggest go to ovwrestling.com, and look up the school and the training program, et cetera, to find out how in more detail that you can show up with money and be bullied into being the greatest wrestler you can be by Rip Rogers and his minions. Is that about right, Rip?
McDonald's. Yeah, I'm at McDonald's. I wonder if they'll give me some free sandwiches. Hey, I don't have any money, but can I hang out and maybe eat and, just whatever, But, hey, I went to TV and I worked a fucking spot show and got to hang out, but I ain't got any money to go to fucking class, Oh, fuck.
That happened to me recently. Somebody wanted me to do a voiceover for a commercial, and they wanted me to do it gratis. And I said, oh, do you give your shit away for free too? Because, no, you have to pay me. And he was really shocked and outraged that I actually requested money for my services. What the fuck? I don't understand that.
Or at the very least, he could have traded you some McDonald's for it.
Can I get a Big Mac up in here? That's what I'm asking for.
Hey, Rip, thank you. Is there any closing words you would like to assault the Thanksgiving weekend folks with?
Well, fuck, we was on here the whole time, and we didn't talk shit about nothing, did we?
Not really, no, but it was all great.
No, but and you asked me some questions, and I never answered none of them. And I get sidetracked. That's why that one guy was on for his program. I had a record for something, and I said, fuck. I just started fucking, hell, I did these goddamn seminars. I just started fucking talking, and all of a sudden the seminar's over, and we hadn't done nothing. People, I just tell them stories and shit, and they start fucking laughing, and, you know, how big's that guy's dick? Okay. And the guy said, oh, well, who's the strongest guy you ever wrestled? I said, wait a minute. What the fuck are you talking about? This is phony goddamn bullshit wrestling, and you're asking me, I don't know who the strongest guy is. Fuck. I don't get these motherfuckers.
I was going to make a point, but I lost it in the middle of that, taking that ride. But the point is, they learn something. They learn something they can't learn by just doing coco-do, you know, repeating the same hip toss over and over again. They learn something because they are forced to think a little bit about these profound statements that you were issuing.
I don't fucking know. It's like the goddamn coach telling me when I was a stupid fucker. I said, hey, coach, at the end of the year, hey, we went through all the fucking drills, and I'm not even sweating. I'm not even breathing hard. He goes, well, no fucking shit. You finally figured it out. And I tell everybody, hey, no matter how rotten you fucking are, I'm worse than fucking you. And I was the worst fucking worker ever. I didn't go to a goddamn fucking wrestling school. And I learned everything in the goddamn fucking ring. And I've fucked up everything there was. So I'm on your guy's ass, but I'm telling you this is the secret to goddamn Colonel Sanders right here. And if you try and change it, it ain't going to fucking work. And so all the cool shit you're trying to do, it's already been tried in other and it ain't going to fucking work. So if you want to deviate, that's your fucking business, but here's the goddamn recipe for doing it. Just learn it, learn your fucking basics, and you'll be fine. Fuck, some old lady just fell on her fucking ass. This other fat woman's trying to fucking pick her up. She's on her fucking hands and goddamn knees, and I can't fucking walk, so fuck. Well, she wasn't very hot anyway. She could be my fucking grandma. But no, she's fucking shooting, laying, fucking crawling on the goddamn ground here. No, these fucking you're walking by, just fucking, they won't help her up or nothing. Holy, you see why hey, happy Thanksgiving. You see why I hate everybody in this fucking world.
Rip, real quick, you just had both hips replaced, right? In the last few months.
Yeah,
But you're moving around better, right?
Well, fuck, I got to be moving around better than I was. I had to have them replaced. Because fuck, the cocksucker would slip out a quarter of a fucking inch. It's like a fucking poker up my goddamn ass. But it wasn't in my ass, it was in my fucking hip, right? So anything's better than it fucking was. So besides that, everything's fucking lovely.
On that note, I think we better wrap up the program so Rip can get back on the road because he's sitting there at McDonald's watching the fat women pick themselves up off the ground.
I think I can speak for all of us when I say, to the cult of Cornette, happy fucking Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you, love.
And have a wonderful day, love. Thank you.